All right, I'd like now to talk about these spin doctors that I've been reading about so much on the in the newspapers and hearing about on the television. Not the native spin doctors that we have, and God knows we've got hundreds, if not thousands of them. But there seems to be a trend amongst all the political parties to be importing foreign spin doctors. People that have got obviously no clue of what British politics or British bourgeois politics are at all. So what I'm trying to say here is that our ruling class, our political class, is so degenerate, so moronic, that they've got to import idiots from abroad to keep the political system going here, which is actually quite remarkable considering they're all banging the nationalist drum. This is more for the 2015 general election. And I've been reading that, for example, the Liberal Democrats, they've got someone called Ryan Coetzee from South Africa, special advisor to Nick Clegg. A hopeless task, I'd say. That guy's probably pocketing 100,000 plus, and he can't deliver the goods, because really Nick Clegg doesn't need a special advisor. What he needs is an alchemist, someone that can turn base metal into gold, because he hasn't got a chance. Labour have imported a whole wodge of people. Someone called Arnie Graft. I love these names, another Yank. Election guru for Ed Millicreep. Bob Shrum, advisor. He was an advisor in 2001, so Labour have already done this. David Axelrod sounds like a cheap old porno star. Strategic advisor to our Ed. And for the Conservatives, there's somebody called Linton Crosby, who I think everybody knows about him. He's a strategist. And somebody called Jim Messina, ex-mafia boss of New Jersey. No, well, really, he's just a political advisor, but what a name again. But the thing is, that what's the point of this spin? Because all the parties are the same. It's really just down to the campaigning. And Obama in America is a very good example of this. A brilliant campaign. Got in twice. But it made absolutely no difference to the people in America. Guantanamo Bay was not closed. Prisons are full of black people. There's nearly 2 million people in prison in America. There's millions of people living on the poverty line and on the streets of America. It's made absolutely no difference at all. So, again, it's all down to the spin. Well, I was saying, what do these people know about this country anyway? But what does our ruling elite know about the vast majority of the population? Our ruling elite knows more about the ancient Hittites than it does the British working class or anything like that. They know absolutely nothing. And I would also say for the grassroots members of the Liberal Democrats, the Conservatives and Labour, that their leaders importing all these foreign people that don't actually know anything, all these high flyers that don't know anything. Surely it's an insult. The people that have been in the Conservative Party, for example, for 30 years, attending constituency meetings, putting leaflets through, raising money and so forth, and suddenly they're superseded by all these spin doctors. Why don't they rebel against it? Why don't they do the same in the Labour Party? Or do they think that they all have some sort of magic solution that will enable them to win? I really don't know. I will say one thing, though, that all the parties are sold out to rich foreigners anyway, so why just look at the skyline of London, blossoming with yuppie drones for the super rich from abroad. I'll tell you what, living in this country at this moment is more like living in a parody of a parody on all levels. But for example, we've got the Conservatives pre-election, Cameron doing God, Gove doing the First World War and the Union Jack. None of the parties have got any new ideas at all. It's all rehash of the same well past the sell-by date crap. Same with the left as well, back to 1945. It's about time we got rid of them all. It's about time that we swept them all away. The trouble is that we fall for this crap, or we want to fall for it, like your average Daily Mail reader, or your average Sun reader, or average Daily Mirror reader. We need something cathartic to get us out on the streets. We need something cathartic to get us going, because at the present moment, we're just like drifting like a whole load of corpses in in a lifeboat. And it's a bit much when the only alternative is UKIP, isn't it? Who want to take us back to the 19th century. So, let's get in step with the rest of the world. If we want to take some advice from foreigners, let's behave like the foreigners are doing on the streets of Europe and South America and the Middle East and just about everywhere on the globe that you care to point out. Let's do that. It's our only solution. And it's the only beginning that we can have. It's the beginning of the solution, not the end of it, to get out on the streets. But we have to get out on the streets. Same message again and again, and I'll keep ramming it down until it actually happens. So for the moment, all I can say is goodbye.